Hi, I'm Julia. Welcome to Julia Lives. Today we are going to take a guided tour of Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Here is the entrance. If you are arriving by car, it's $25 to park. Take a picture of the area that you park in. It's very easy to lose a vehicle here. If you're coming on a shuttle, you'll come through a different entrance. It took us about 30 to 40 minutes to get through all that parking. This is the staging area for the monorail or also for the water ferry. I've always been told the monorails are faster. It's about 10 minutes. They were down a monorail that day, so it was taking a little bit longer, and the staff there also said it was one of the busier days. That was, I believe it was on President's Day, so also a holiday. So here's just a little bit of a view. I'm not going to show you a 10-minute ride on the monorail, but you'll see some of the resorts in the background. You'll see the Grand Floridian is here. This is that loop too if you're going to take a character breakfast. That's at the Contemporary Resort. So as you look, you'll see some of the properties in the backdrop. Here is your arrival onto Main Street. There's a Starbucks handy if you need to grab a coffee or something else to get your day started. And this is where the majority of the souvenir shops are located. However, they are dispersed throughout the park as well. No shortage of Mickey souvenirs here at Magic Kingdom. It's a really fun atmosphere. I love the energy here, but I've been here a number of times, and I've also worked in public education for 25 years. And my best advice is to mentally and emotionally prepare yourself, especially if you are coming with your children. I see this every single time where parents just get so overwhelmed and frustrated. Know that your kid may order $25 worth of food and eat one bite. That happens. Or they might start to poke and kick in line. They do that kind of stuff. Don't let it ruin your trip. Be ready for it, and that way you can respond in the best way for your family. I hate to see parents and their kids looking sad on these trips. So enjoy the energy. That's enough of the lecture for me. But again, because I do have a lot of experience with kids, I want to put that out there, because I think that sometimes people are not quite prepared for the sensory overload that their kids may or may not encounter here. But I find it to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of walking. You may find too that you suddenly get incredibly hungry. Right now, anywhere that has dine-in seating, you have to order from an app on your phone. So be aware of that too. And it's not just the reservations, like you saw the Crystal Palace. I've eaten there a few times. You definitely need reservations in advance if you want to do something like the Crystal Palace. So pretty much only the snack counters are the only areas where you can just walk up and get food. Even the Dole Whip is through an app now on your phone. So just get ready for that and have that available so that you don't encounter any shortages while you're there. I like to start off in Fantasyland because I love that Peter Pan ride. And if you don't have fast passes right now, they're not available. That can become a 90-minute wait easily. And so if you have certain attractions that you want to see or you're not sure, stake it out before you get down there. You're going to want to look if you want to go on Space Mountain or Splash Mountain or Big Thunder Railroad. Those coasters always have long lines, and you're best off starting there. Even the Pirates of the Caribbean in the afternoon, that can be a 90-minute wait. So be aware of that. But I love this area. I love Mickey's PhilharMagic. I love It's a Small World, and of course the Peter Pan ride. So I could personally spend the whole day just in this one area, but I won't. I'll show you the remaining areas of the park. So you could start in any area. It's divided by Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square. This is, of course, Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. So you can start in any one of those areas. You go from the castle, that's the center point, and then each different area branches off from that front castle where I showed you when we walked in. right next to It's a Small World is this phone charging station. Here are just some examples of the wait times. I'm going to include these in other portions of the park just so you get some idea of what you could be facing here. Even the Barnstormer, the little kids roller coaster, I think had a 75-minute wait at one point. When we were visiting, the Columbia Harbor House restaurant was turned into a staging area for the Peter Pan ride. So as we go through here, you're going to see a little bit of it. This is actually the upstairs of that restaurant where the line loops through while you're waiting to get on to the Peter Pan ride.
I'm just pausing.
I bring good news! Your console will begin moving immediately! Stay in your seat now.
So this little market is one of the areas where you can get one of those turkey legs that you'll see people carrying around. They've got kind of a smoky flavor and a lot of grease, along with the Mickey pretzel here, and then this brat and the tater tots were located at a stand in Fantasyland. Now you don't have to go back out to Cinderella's Castle. Fantasyland connects to Liberty Square and Tomorrowland. So you can really go through all three of those, and then as you go through, Liberty Square will connect to Frontierland and then into Adventureland. So in this area of the park, when you get into Liberty Square, you've got the Hall of the Presidents. The Liberty Square riverboat is what you're seeing here. That's a good ride because there's typically not a wait. So if you're finding that you're getting stuck up in wait times, you can always get on here and just take a little bit of a break if people are starting to get hot or tired. And then also in Liberty Square is the Haunted Mansion, and you'll see that in just a minute. I don't find it to be a scary ride, but there's usually maybe an 8 or a 9-year-old child on the ride crying because they're afraid, so be aware of that. It's just there's images of what would be ghosts, and I think that's kind of scary sometimes for kids in that age, but it's certainly not a thrill ride by any means. And then next to Liberty Square is Frontierland, which we'll go into in a minute, but some of the attractions there are that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the Tom Sawyer Island where you can go and explore. The Country Bear Jamboree was actually closed while we were there, and that's a cute attraction too. And then of course Splash Mountain, again, very popular attraction within this area. Right outside this area is where I generally will watch the parade. You can see it going by here, but you can be in any one of the areas and find the parade happening and going by. They still had it even during the pandemic. You didn't see as many people grouped together, but it was going by. It seemed a bit shorter, but Welcome to Adventureland. You'll find the Swiss Family Treehouse, the magic carpets of Aladdin here, the Jungle Cruise, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and then there's also the Enchanted Tiki Room. Again, I mentioned before that the Pirates of the Caribbean can be quite a long wait, so can the Jungle Cruise, so be aware of that. Typically, if it's crowded and there aren't fast passes, you can get into the Tiki Room pretty easily. And then this is also the area where you can get your Dole Whip. There is the main area that you have to use your app to order it. Then there was also a window where I saw it too, where you could just walk up and get it. But there's another area in Fantasyland that also has the Dole Whip. This is an area where I feel like a lot of people tend to head in the afternoon, so it does get pretty busy in the afternoon, so be aware of that. Welcome to Tomorrowland. Again, this is the area that has Space Mountain, one of the more popular attractions. So if you want to get on Space Mountain and there's not a fast pass, it would be a good thing to head to first thing. This also has the Astro Orbiter. It used to have an attraction called Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, but that's been closed, I think, for over a year. It was closed in 2019 when I was there too. So there are some other attractions that are still open here. Of course, the Carousel of Progress and Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is also an attraction in Tomorrowland. we are going to be concluding here with a trip through one of the gift shops, which seems like it's never ending once you get in there. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Love it when you hit that like button. It does something to the YouTube algorithm so that more people will see this video. And I appreciate all of you who have subscribed. I'd love to invite any of you who haven't to join me. And I will be going on another vacation soon.